Oh, good day, everybody. It is, time for another podcast. This is a surprise podcast, and we won't be having a mystery word today. But I will say that if I was a billionaire, I would do the Oprah Winfrey. I'd be like, you get a roof, you get a roof, and you get a roof. But I haven't won the lottery yet. So in that case, it will cost you some money if you want a roof. But you know who to call. No Payne Roofing, 587-227-0517. And that is my cell phone, personal cell. You can call, text, you can send me images. It's always good top of the line service with me and Brody, who's sitting with me today. How's it going, Brody?
Hey, fantastic. I'm happy to do every podcast at every opportunity. So I'd rather be in here than up on the roof, if you want me to be blatantly honest.
Hey, well, if the pay's the same, I mean, why not, right?
Hey, it's good. I'm happy to have you here anyways. It's been a little while. So it'd be cool to catch up, and I'm sure the audience is curious as to what you've been up to. So, yeah.
Well, I've been promoted you to take care of some of my positions as we won the Top Choice Award here, and I don't know if it's a direct correlation to how much work we've been getting these days, but we've been definitely getting a lot of referrals, and super happy about everybody who has been doing that for us. So, but yeah, basically getting that overflow, and it's time for me to take more of a management approach. So that's what I've been doing, and so yeah, I think I promoted you to. I know I promoted you to being an inspector and also an estimator. And then Carly's now taking care of a lot of my consultations, and she's very good at what she does. I've been getting a lot of comments about both of you guys. So
Fantastic.
But yeah, no, I'm kind of I kind of like think of myself as like the eye in the sky now, where I'm on the satellite a lot. We got a lot of drone footage of what's going on with our new media guy Daniel. So I feel like since I've taken this role, a lot more of our clients have been getting service in a timely manner, and we try not to let anybody get lost in the mix. Sometimes emails can bury people a little bit. So to anybody who's trying to reach out to us, emails are, something we kind of get back to in about 24 to 48 hours. We try anyway, but the quickest way to get a hold of No Payne Roofing is via text and phone call. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. How do you feel about me and my new role? Do you think things are going a little smoother nowadays?
It's been extremely necessary, I guess, for us to contact you when we must. Mm-hmm. And you've been great with returning calls if you have to return them. You've been great with answering calls considering the distance, and I have no complaints. I mean, it was an opportunity, of course, to climb the ranks within the company with you kind of stepping down from some of those positions. So it required that I step up in ways that I haven't before. So the new opportunities were more than welcome. And I mean, in terms of you being, I guess in terms of you stepping down from those positions, when it comes down to inquiries or customer relations, or I guess overall, how do I put it? To try to answer your question a little bit more simply, I suppose, having you in the position that you are in now has been very helpful, and I think it is completely necessary.
Right.
It's been very easy for us to contact you, like I had already said. And
Good.
There have been no complaints on my end of things. I'm not too sure about Carly, but
yeah, well, I mean, Carly and I are basically talking all day long,
right.
And I'm making sure she's not missing anything. She's making sure I'm not missing anything, between us both. It's pretty good to have, I would say, two sets of eyes looking for people, inquiring to get their issues resolved. To anybody who's watching, today we're going to be talking about basically, what's wrong with the industry, what's right with the industry, particularly, my experiences in Calgary. We're going to be talking about the history of No Payne Roofing, my history as a roofer and just getting started. So I guess, I kind of want to start with what's wrong with the industry, and I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants when I say this, but I think that one of the things I've seen is just the lack of vetting when it comes to companies hiring on new subcontractors. It seems like It seems like people bring people on, and I mean, you got to take a risk to a certain degree, but it just seems like there's like a large level of desperation with the labor shortages going on, and then they just kind of, they hire these people on, and once the complaints come in, it's kind of, then they, maybe scoot them out, or maybe it's like, it's good until the complaints come in, or maybe it's like, let's make the money now and then fix it later kind of thing. I see a lot of, like, I get like warranty calls where like the people have just given lots of excuses and just kind of taken off, and then out of desperation, they've and then now now that the customer themselves are vetting more carefully, being okay, let's go with No Payne Roofing because we can obviously see that they're going to take good care of us. What do you think was one of the biggest things that are wrong with the industry?
That's a loaded question. Some of the biggest, I feel like contractors being desperate for employees or subcontractors or roofers for that matter. I think demand is high, availability is low, so people will just hire whoever applies,
Right.
essentially, regardless of their experience or skill level. And we've had that fair share of people. I mean, not in a negative way. I just mean in people, say, lying about their experience or
Right,
lying
yeah.
about their skill set, and they get involved and they start roofing, and then they reveal themselves rather quickly. And so I
don't
guess,
think they do though. Some of these people, I think a lot of these guys go unchecked. I think they just keep roofing along, and then they get a whole bunch of done. They just make this huge mess, and then the company's like, "Oh damn, it happened again."
I guess. I mean, in our case, we were lucky to, I guess, be able to weed out
For
those
sure,
people rather early. There have been a couple that I guess learned really quickly and were able to perform the way we needed them to, regardless of their experience or lack thereof.
Oh yeah, no.
So-
I like personally. I like guys that don't have any experience because some of the worst guys I think I've hired have said that they have like, oh yeah, I've been doing this 20 years, and then they're staple in the middle of a valley. I always remember this one guy. I always remember that, and they're just so unable to learn or be taught because they have this ego of like, yeah, I've been in this industry for so long that I don't have to listen to anybody. But I would say another big issue with the industry, it seems like, is like a lot of just a lot of companies seems like they've just given up. Like it just seems like they're at the status quo and they just don't want to do better. I figured that with us doing attic inspections and it being well known that we do attic inspections, that a lot of our competitors would just be like, okay, let's step up to the plate and start doing attic inspections, because every year we're hit with all these condensation calls from and basically other companies finished it, and then they call that company, and then they're like, oh yeah, we did what was on the work order, but but they never went in the attic to check out to see, and they could have prevented. Like I would say, like most of the roofs that condensate are new roofs, and I would say at least 80% could have been avoided just by checking inside the attic and having a proper knowledge of adequate airflow. Right?
Yeah, of course. And we've been at it for a while now. I mean, I think over a year since we started doing mandatory. I think closer to 2 years since we've been doing the attic inspections along with the consultations. Or I can't remember exactly when that started. That might have been
2 to 3,
longer.
but it was where it started happening was when we got the Master Select Installer training program, where Certainty kind of snatched us up, and they're like, hey, and then, but not just that, but we were also ourselves getting hit with some condensation issues. So we were like, we're trying to find it out, start getting curious. But yeah, then all of a sudden we're in these training courses realizing, we really got to be, in the attic checking things out. And I think the Duraflow course also that we took was a big eye opener for us. And, but, I think that's one thing that's different. And that's one of the problems with the industry is that people aren't being curious. Like if you have a problem, let's solve it. I mean, it seems like the attic and the roof kind of go hand in hand in some ways.
Certainly, yeah. That's what I've discovered just with how often I've been doing attic inspections. I mean, being, I guess, a primary inspector now, that is essentially the majority of my workload. But I'm able to see deficiencies on the roof itself that came about because of conditions inside the attic, and vice versa.
Right.
So, as you said, they are one and not one and the same, but they are equally important. And just to touch base on what you said beforehand, yeah, since we've been at it, I guess around 3 years now, just doing the complimentary attic inspections during consultations, you'd think that would catch on. You'd think that would become standard practice, because even now when we get calls from clients, we would ask if they had any other, I guess, estimates in regards to the work that they want done, and most of the time they say yes, and most of the time they say no when we ask if they've had an attic inspection. So
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to catch on as easily as we thought it would.
Yeah, for sure. And it's good for us, but it's also sad to see, because I personally, I want to see everyone's roof get done. I don't like hearing, sad stories of people who have, being basically in that situation where their insulation's rotting or molding, or they got stains in their ceilings. Because once your insulation has gone moldy, that's like $6,000 or something like that on average to suck it all out and put it all back in, and you got to paint all your ceilings, and then that's not even an insurance claim. That's right out of the homeowner's pocket, and then the roofing company can get out of it by saying, yeah, well, that's the way your ventilation was before, so we just did what was on the work order, when it could have been, nice courtesy to go inside the attic. And but that kind of leads me to my next point, is that it seems like a lot of companies assume it's just a price war. And we are not, like, now I think we're at that point where we don't participate in that, because we want to have the funds to do the job properly. So they assume that every customer that's calling is cheap, and they're not. What I was noticing there is that you could have 3 companies bidding, and essentially it's the same product, the same warranty, and the homeowner will pay a little bit more because they're hoping that they get that better work. And then all of a sudden they find out that, basically they should have just went with the lowest quote, because it was essentially the same thing. So
Of course, yeah, that's understandable.
yeah, but I'm a big advocate of, you get what you pay for. And whenever we screw up, I'm like, well, I always justify helping out the customer as much as we can, because they paid good money to have us show up and do things properly.
Of course, yeah. Well, same applies to some of the smaller repairs that I've been dealing with lately. It doesn't take more than another few seconds to, I guess, touch up the sealant in this area that I'm staring at right next to the current project. Takes 2 seconds to spiff that up, an extra little photo before and after for the client.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, of course. They're ecstatic, of course, because we, remedied the issue, or the initial issue, yet discovered another problem and resolved that as well while we were at it. So, going that distance is certainly worthwhile. And when doing a full-on re-roof, the same habits should be, I guess, the same habits should be there, and I guess emphasized to the client during a more involved process like a re-roof, of course.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I feel you there, man. I don't know. That's some of the problems with the industry. I don't know. I guess another problem I see in the industry is just roofer mentality of trying to smash out roofs. And the reason why it's called smashing bundles down, and what's causing that is this bundle rate stuff. You know what? Some contractors or subcontractors are great at the bundle rate. They make enough on their bundle where they want to take it easy, but really they're just so hungry to throw on 30 bundles a day or 50 bundles a day, which is absolutely insane. And yeah, their work lasts for a couple of years and they make a big paycheck, but ultimately it hurts the homeowner. So I think that for me, I think the way we do things when we pay people by the hour, it really just incentivizes quality and safety more than that. I'm not an advocate. I understand that subcontractors are needed. Like, without them, if we were to say all of a sudden today no subcontractors, the whole economy would come to a grinding halt. But I don't know, there's just something about that, that bundle rate that I just don't like.
Yeah, well, people are eager to throw these bundles down as soon as they can, specifically if they're paid, or more commonly if they're paid by the bundle. And as you said, they go home with a huge paycheck, and the roof might last a few years, but a lot of the time these subcontractors fly by night, may no longer be associated with that company.
Totally.
And then 2 years later, when they have issues, the client is looking for the repairs via the warranty on the work that was done, and these installers are nowhere to be found. So
yeah, that's one thing I don't like about it too, is like, okay, you hire company A, which is almost like opening up a can of Coca-Cola, but inside the can is no name brand Coke. It's
right.
Like, so it's like, it just doesn't, you think you're gonna get this taste and you get the other taste, and yeah, without knowing that's just really too bad. And I don't like that myself, but I guess one thing I could say that's going right with the industry is the products. I feel like the products are coming a long ways. They're widening that nail line. because a lot of guys miss the nail line. And
Yeah, for sure. What we see in, like, for example, Malarkey's one of which that has the super wide nail line or strip. I mean, Sure Nail we find on
Owens Corning.
Owens Corning products, but they went the distance as well. They add like the fabric strip
And a
as
nice
well,
wider nail line, yeah.
which is nice. And
Ico's starting to do it too. I think they're phasing out Biltmore, and they're starting to go for like the Dynasty line,
right.
which has a nice thick one. BP did the same thing. But yeah, that's been a big issue, is people missing the nail line and then shingles blowing off. But I mean, to be fair, before the nail line was way too thin.
It was extremely thin. I mean, luckily though, under that nail line it was double ply, and you find some of these manufacturers who have a super wide nail line, yet only half of that zone is actually double ply asphalt, right? So some people, if you could still be too high inside that strip,
right,
and be prone to blow off. So I mean, there's still some, I guess, manufacturing defects that they got to work out.
For sure. Well, I mean, you got to hit the common bond for sure. For me, I just want to meet the criteria of the manufacturer. So a lot of manufacturers, they guarantee if you hit the nail line so many times or the nail zone, they're going to, warranty for 210 kilometers an hour. So if you got a full paper on that job and the shingles blow off, really you don't have a lot to worry about, because it's not coming out of pocket. It's a hassle. I would say, let's at the very least, let's have no hassle, but also at the very least, we should have, a good warranty that the manufacturer is going to back because you did it properly. Something I would like to.
You know that in
Nope.
Holy moly! Sorry, that was loud. Just looking for our stream to make sure we're live, because I'm seeing the wrong indications here.
Okay.
Like we are streaming live, but for some reason OBS isn't
Okay.
showing that.
Well, I'm going to take a quick look on my cell phone here.
But
just
yeah,
make sure
it'd be
we're live.
worthwhile. I'm not sure why. Even though we've been streaming consistently without defect, for some reason still sometimes there can be ghosts in the machine.
We're showing live on Facebook, so we're good there. So, I'd like to talk about our logo a little bit. So
Yeah, well, there it is. That's front and center.
there
Bing,
it
bang,
is.
boom.
So, interestingly enough, when we made this, just one sec here. Okay. So interestingly enough, this was kind of made at random. So I had a guy give me a call, said that he's going to develop our business, and our first logo wasn't very good, but he made this one. I liked how bright it was. One thing I like to do is actually make the ink a little bit blacker on the logo, but we got the cog there, and I was, I didn't put that cog there. That was not by my design. Though the slogan "Exterior Renovations Made Painless" is my design. But the cog, I was thinking about that. What if somebody asked me about the cog, and I kind of had to make something up on the fly. But I've always thought that all of us are like a gear in the machine we call society. So, can a doctor do his work on his patient with a leaking roof? He can't. Does the doctor know how to do a roof? No, he doesn't. And even if he did, he probably wouldn't want to. So
Yeah, that'd be a bit of a demotion.
yeah,
suppose.
I mean, maybe, yeah. I mean, I think we're all pretty important, but yeah, I mean, heart surgery is definitely an important thing to do, or a lot of different surgeries. But at that rate, anyway, if we were to stop roofing and all the roofers stopped roofing, we would have a grind in the machine, and the machine would stop working. So, I mean, that kind of goes for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a clerk or you're, a doctor or a lawyer or, receptionist. Everyone is the gear in the machine. And so I think that No Payne Roofing is a gear in the machine of Calgary, and I think we're a pretty good gear. And we're going to keep on turning.
Yeah, I think so. I always thought the cog was a great idea as well, because it does kind of play into exterior renovation as a whole. Because, I mean, the roofing system is one system, but then we have all of the flashings and everything else that goes along with it.
Got ya.
So the way you described it, cog being just one part of the whole, right? Certainly, I guess, can
For
be
sure.
played into the logo very easily.
That could be said, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I would like to actually, you know what? I actually know the guy who designed our logo, and I should probably ask him one day, why did you put the cog in there? Just give me 1 second. I gotta blow my nose a little bit here.
No problem. Well, here we've got, I guess, the first shot. These are when the cards came in fresh, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
This shot here, kind of a blurry image, but you look proud. You look proud. You look excited. They look great, and they're actually magnets, these cards as well.
Yeah, they stick on the fridge. Really, really great idea. You know, somebody had told me they saw my old cards, and they said, you know, they don't look that good. And he helped me design my new card, and it was really good advice. So I always take what people say, any criticism I get, I take it as constructive, and I definitely think about it. So if anybody has, anybody watching or anybody who's engaged in our social media, if you have ideas for us, I always want to hear it, because we're gonna probably take it to and use it. So.
I think so. That's the vibe that I get from you. Anyways, I mean, it is said that unwarranted or unwanted advice can be seen as criticism.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But in terms of, I suppose, the business and its operations, I guess it's worthwhile to perk up your ears, I guess, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, and that's partially why I made No Payne Roofing, because I was working for another company, and they're a good company, and I worked with them for like 7 years or something, and as a subcontractor, and I just saw it was so stagnant, and for myself, I wasn't growing in the company. I literally had the same job and almost the same pay for 7 years, and it was kind of in a way a thankless task, and I just had ideas, I had ideas for them, and I said, hey guys, why don't we try this? Why don't we try that? And they were struggling to get work, and they've been doing business since 2003, and I was just like, what am I doing here? I have all these ideas, and then they won't take them. They're like basically treat me like I don't know, he's just a roofer. He doesn't know how to run a company, and oh boy, do they find themselves wrong after we surpassed them in like 2 years.
Yeah, no doubt. No, you made the right choice, and I guess they certainly were kicking themselves when they had started to see No Payne advertising around, and
oh yeah, baby.
And not to mention some of the projects that we were on. So,
but that being said, I keep in touch actually with that owner, and we're not enemies or anything. And it's kind of funny though with us crossing paths. Sometimes I was doing an insurance claim, and he shows up on site with the insurance adjuster, and him and I gotta have kind of like do a little bit of a duel over like what the status of this hail damage was on the house.
Right.
But yeah.
So, question in regards to the logo. I'm just wondering. I don't know if I've asked before, but why orange and blue?
Orange and blue. I don't know. I don't really know why our designer chose it. I know when I saw it, I liked it. Because, I mean, for one, blue is, it's weird. It's kind of a color that's followed me around for my life.
Looks good.
Yeah, I like the look of the blue.
Well.
And the orange I thought popped out. Where it kind of like, so it's a good, I thought it was a good combo.
Yeah, I have no complaints.
Yeah. So did somebody ask us that? Or is that your question?
No, that's just me.
Just you? Okay.
Yeah, no comments so far other than you are live because,
all right.
As I said, inside the OBS program is showing offline.
Oh, yeah.
But inside other references, it's showing live. That's why I wanted to just check on the phone at least. But
we certainly encourage any comments you guys have, questions. We're watching. We're even when we're not live, we're still looking for your comments and anything you have to say. If you guys need roofing services, we're here to help you. Again, my number's 587-227-0517. Let's take a look. What's the next photo? These are kind of, I don't know what order they're in, but let's see what else we can be inspired by here.
Yeah. Maybe with this one right here.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. So this one here, our customer had sent us a nice little gift card, and we just wanted to make sure that they knew that our crew got everything. So we sent them, this photo of us stuffing our faces, and there's one guy kind of being funny there. He's just no handsing it, but that's this photo, and
that donut was delicious too. I can attest to that.
What was the last photo we were at there? I want to talk about that one.
The last photo. I'm not sure which.
It was a group photo there. Oh, no. It was all of us in a group.
One. All of us.
Yeah, it was. No, other way.
That's
Other
a
way.
group photo. This is the one.
No, other way. One more. One more.
I don't know what photo you're talking
go
about,
back,
man.
go back,
The big group photo.
The big group photo there.
This
Yeah,
big
that
group
one.
photo. Hey, there it is.
Okay, so we're going ahead of time and moving backwards in time. So so this is basically where we're at now, and I mean this is just showing off basically. You know, hey, look, we got a lot of staff now, and we're capable. We're here. We got lots of us. So I mean, we certainly don't have enough staff to take care of every single person in Calgary. So that's why you know, we are definitely not threatened by our competitors. But yeah, I thought this was kind of cool, getting us all together, and yeah, I thought that was neat.
I think it's a great photo. I think it was a good opportunity for us to get together, considering it wasn't too far away from where we were home base was at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I got a crew member trying to FaceTime me here.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't think, well, as impromptu as this was, I don't think everybody got the memo.
Oh yeah.
You know that we were doing this today.
Yep, surprise podcast. Surprise.
Yeah, surprise. It was so surprised that even the logo here that we usually have overlaid on top of the video was also missing.
Oh.
So I've just been kind of putting that back together now as well.
Okay. Well,
But
you know,
hey, that's how she goes sometimes.
that's all right. Well, hopefully, you know, people get something out of this. We can use it later for something. I don't know, but yeah. So let's move to the next.
Yeah,
picture
let's
here.
see what we got. I think beforehand we had, just a nice candid shot showing these donuts, just how great these donuts were.
Yeah. These, you know, we got some really good guys working for us. You know what? Unfortunately, I don't know his name. What's his name?
I'm not closely acquainted with him or personally acquainted just yet. So
that's the thing. We're big enough where we just don't quite know everybody's names now, but we got some really good crew members there. I think I know he's definitely from the Burmese refugee group, Burmese, and you know what's interesting how I met this group of lovely gents was I had a guy come to our site, and he was a brand new guy, and I trained him myself. You know, but he was roofing for 2 years, and basically they kept him on the ground for 2 years, whoever hired him before. And I felt like he was kind of being disrespected a little bit in that way. And nobody, you know, trained him. So I trained him up. And then he ended up running his own roofing company. And, you know, he left. And I was fine with that. And we were okay with each other. And then one day I made a post saying, hey, I need some help. You know, we're kind of out of labor. And then all of a sudden he started shooting us all of his Burmese village contacts. Like their whole village came out here, and actually I went to their church get together and stuff too, and it was pretty neat. I met a lot of people. I don't know how many Burmese refugees came here, but it was like quite a few, and I'm super happy to have met these guys. They are so diligent. They're very polite. They're reliable.
yeah, certainly. I've luckily had the honor of managing a few of these guys, or I guess having them a part of the crew. I was running. Sorry, I'm getting more phone calls from crew members now trying to contact me. It might be worth me sending him a quick message.
Yeah, send him off a message. Here, why don't you just scoot me over another photo? And
yeah, no problem. Well, that's all going to actually be right on this phone, so I'm going to have to just call them via the cell, the work cell. I can bring you actually this and hand this to you.
Okay.
And then I can
move on
send
over
text
one more.
through a different cell phone. I just went through hell trying to get this lower third, it's called,
Do we
info
have
on
the
this
camera
screen
focused
too.
on the TV?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, you're all right, Mike.
So this is kind of a cool photo, and you know, this is us just basically being creative and just letting our guys do their thing. And I don't know why they decided to do a fishing line with a donut, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool how they did that one.
Yeah, that was a good
But that's
idea.
That's Da and Bo. Bo's the crew leader. Da is one of our senior guys, and yeah, they're very they work very good together, and they're part of what makes No Payne Roofing great. You can see Bo there. He's wearing a Certainteed shirt. Certainteed has been super good to us when it comes to giving us swag, you know. So I've been pretty pretty happy with that, and I really like working with Certainteed. I could work.
Yeah, we get a fresh box seemingly every other day
Mm-hmm.
of t-shirts and hats and everything. So yeah, it's been good.
Nice.
Happy to represent because
Yeah.
their products are also fantastic.
Love working with them. What's that? Okay, here we go. So we got so speaking of Certainteed, so I think we've been with Certainteed now for 3 years. I think it's been 3. And we got the Select Shingle Master I don't know, it was like in year 2. And this was really important because they don't give this to anybody. So essentially what it means is that all of our guys have gone through the training. And I go overkill. Like, we don't have to have every single guy trained by as a Select or Shingle Master. But I want everybody on our crews to be certified by the manufacturer. So, but I think for every 5 guys, we need 1 guy who has the training. So, but this basically means that anybody who gets a roof through us gets it for life. It's a 50-year guaranteed for life warranty, and they even cover our labor. So if we screw something up, for whatever reason, and we go out of business, you still get a warranty, which is, I guess another problem with the industry is that people will hire somebody thinking, oh, wow, look at this big long warranty they're giving us, 10 years. That's amazing. And then all of a sudden they're bankrupt or they're out of town and there's no workmanship warranty. So these guys have the craziest, best, longest warranty of 25 years workmanship and a 50-year product warranty. It's totally mind-blowing how they do it. And we do everything in our power to make sure that they get that.
I see. Yeah, that's certainly important. So a lot of people will obviously, rely on that warranty. And as you said, they're either out of town or they're bankrupt and gone. But
Yep. Well, so that's the way we roll.
we do have a question that poured in here from Facebook. Marie Manera.
Okay.
Question is, how many crews do you have, Mike?
Oh, good question there, Murray. Good to see you again. Really appreciate all your engagement and your help with No Payne Roofing. We have 2 roofing crews, and then we have a service crew, and then we have the estimator inspector, which is Brody, and then we got our consultant Carly, and then we also have our photography video crew. So I think in total, with our our affiliates and everything, I think we're about over 20 people now. That's what we have working for us right now.
It is worth mentioning, just considering we have multiple crews, you kept giving off the 227 phone number for the company, but the overlay that we've had on the podcast for quite a while now is the office number, Carly's office number.
Oh, that's perfect.
So we have 2.
Yeah.
So just to clear up any discrepancy any viewers are having, we have a different number overlaid on the screen. Both will reach the No Payne offices, so feel free to contact whichever. Yeah, no, it works. I kind of consider my number,
it's a bit of an emergency line as well as a main line. I prefer that the calls go to Carly, but I'm always happy to take on any phone calls or anything. So, well, here's another photo here, and this is one. I was in Mexico for this. And this is one of the largest vents I've ever seen. It's a massive, turbine which will pull the heat right out of your building. Now, I'm not totally sure if they have a condensation issue down there in Mexico, but
certainly much more humid, but
a
lack of sub-zero temperatures, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, I don't know, but I do feel like this could probably do, I bet you that thing does 10,000 square feet. I wouldn't doubt it. The Weather Pro ventilator does 1,000, so I would imagine that one.
Yeah, and the Pro turbos, the Duraflow Pro turbos are 800, I think.
Right.
So
yeah.
The plastic equivalent of the Whirlybird. So yeah, that'd move a lot of air. That's no doubt.
Man, it's pretty interesting. The roofing in Mexico is pretty interesting too. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if they take the roofing too seriously in Mexico. I don't know.
Depends. Does it ever rain? Did it rain while you were down there at all, or?
It was pretty dry. Yeah, it was pretty dry, but I know they get a rainy season.
Right.
Yeah, and so here's our one of our photos here. We're just kind of getting started. One of our getting started ones. You know, we were doing the Movember things. We like to do the cut your mustaches. Oh no, keep your mustaches and raise some money for prostate cancer. And I like the line that we have: kick cancer in the cojones.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Share and like, and we'll donate. Then I also kept my mustache longer on one side. Just, you know, it's
Just why not? I'm actually looking more at my long hair. I miss it.
Oh yeah,
It's on the way back though.
sweet.
It's coming back slowly but surely. But
Yeah, good times. Well, you're gonna grow your hair out then, eh?
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Bringing it back.
yeah,
All
oh
right.
yeah, yeah. No doubt about that. Hair's coming back.
Well, there it is.
There it is again. That's
Lion's
I think
mane.
that was about the same day, right around the same. I think that might have been the same day.
I think
you
that
were
was
in the same.
I don't know. I think this was a year before that.
Oh really? Okay. Well, I had the Megadeth hoodie on in the last photo as well, so I thought maybe that was the same day. But
You know,
I wore that
you might
hoodie
be right.
until they had to cut it off of my body. to
Oh,
put me on the
really?
Stretcher. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I miss that hoodie, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they cut that off you when you had your accident?
Yeah, that was the sweater I was
Whoa.
wearing. I had to cut it right off my
Oh,
body.
damn.
Like, I mean,
Did you keep it?
they didn't. They disposed of it. I never saw it again. I never saw it again.
Damn.
But hey,
Hmm.
but hey,
What is? Yeah. This photo here, very old photo. I think I was in my early 20s. This is basically when I started, and just showing off my strength there and my feminine side a little bit. You know, a little bit masculine. A little bit
oh
feminine.
no, the daisies are beautiful. The daisies are pretty, man.
Yeah, right.
No,
Well,
yeah, no shame in being pretty.
Well,
Guys can be pretty. It's
and-
2022, man.
well, I know. Yeah. Well, you know, I think if you wear them when you go in the outhouse, it makes it smell better.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, at least if I were you, I would like affix them to the front of my shirt or my collar. That way it would waft up
Oh, yeah,
into my
smart.
nose.
See, I'm
But, you
usually
know.
just throwing my head around like, why am I in here? Why am I in here?
Yeah.
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 Okay, a
We
little
got
bit.
a comment. Francisca, I believe.
Francisca, oh, yeah.
This is epic photo of you, Mike. That's an epic photo.
Thanks, Franny, a.k.a. Frankie. What's up? You're killing it on social media. Tag yourself in there. Let's get you some more followers.
Yeah, this podcast. I mean, we're usually killing it. This has been a little rough, this one, hey, so far. But
Oh, it's okay.
well, on this end, like I said, I had to. This was so impromptu. I didn't really do any setup, and we didn't even have the overlay, like logo overlapped and the number, and like getting that back where it should have been. There's
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of like you'll see it if you ever watch it, black screen here and there, popping in and out.
That's okay.
That's impromptu for you.
Well, we don't have a guest to impress today, so.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. So
Yeah,
I gotta get
tomorrow,
my
and-
ducks in a row.
By the way, you guys, you got a chance to win $500, $500 cash. You watch tomorrow's podcast, 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Guess the mystery word. I make it super easy for you. If you ask for some hints, I'll give you some hints. We try to drop them while we're talking as well. So, yeah, we really want to give that $500 away. But at the very least, you're going to get a sweet prize. And, yeah, we appreciate everybody's participation. We're super impressed with everybody. And there's another 500. Oh, I think we
Yeah,
worked our way through all our photos.
So we gotta keep it fresh when we're doing the prize draw videos. Want to overlay a different looking 500 every now and again.
I like
so.
that. No,
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. We're not. I mean, I'm not rigid. That's kind of what keeps No Payne Roofing great. Is we try new things and I let you guys be creative and yeah, we're not too too strict about certain things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. No, I appreciate that a lot. I'm sure we all do. Just having that freedom to, I guess, provide input where necessary. I mean, generate ideas, and as we touched on that already a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's been a great
right.
environment. We got another question came
Uh-huh.
in here again from Maria Manera.
Murray.
Question: so, how many styles of roof shingles do you have, and what is good, better, or best?
Oh boy. Okay. Well, typically we try to stick with certainty because you're gonna get the best warranties out of that. I guess our good, better, best. Good would be Landmark, and then better would be Northgate. So basically, we're going from an asphalt fiberglass with Landmark up to a rubber modified Northgate. The Northgate shingle withstands, a steel ball that's dropped from 20 feet twice, the same spot, same time, and twice, and then it doesn't break. So it's a hail resistant shingle, and then the best would be the Presidential TL line. It's a luxury shingle. It's like super heavy duty, nice and thick, very high profile look. Pretty good shake replacement value, but it's pretty pricey stuff. My thing is, for me, I think, unless you're in unless you really love the look of the shingle, or unless you're maybe your condo or neighborhood requires you to install these fancy shingles, I say your best value in my mind is going to be Landmark. And Northgate's okay. I mean, I think it's good, but my thing about it is that Landmark has the exact same warranty as Northgate. Landmark has the exact same warranty as the fancy, best shingle. So they're guaranteed for life for 50 years, no matter what. You're not going to get different treatment depending on which shingle you buy. Now, personally, I like the presidential TL look. So, if I was to do my house, I would put the TL on just because it looks, pretty badass. But that being said, if you're constrained by budget and you just want the best value, Landmark is the way to go. Now, another one we really like is the EuroShield. EuroShield is a great shingle. It's a rubber shingle. It's made locally here in Calgary. It's made from recycled tires. And what I love about this shingle is that it is guaranteed versus hail. So, we have a bad hail problem here in Calgary. And if you don't want to worry about hail again, you get that on your roof, and the hail will just bounce right off. And the manufacturer literally guarantees you versus hail damage. So that's the difference between getting a Class 4, asphalt rubber modified versus a true, I would say, hail-proof shingle. Like with EuroShield, you can just beat the hell out of that thing with a baseball bat, and it'll be fine. My only issue with EuroShield is the price point. It's pretty expensive. So if you go from a Landmark to a EuroShield hail-proof, you're probably looking at like over double the cost. And the next thing is it's a limited 50-year warranty compared to a lifetime 50-year warranty with Landmark. So if EuroShield all of a sudden were to say, hey, we're going to give you a guaranteed for life 50-year product, I would say that EuroShield wins. But in my opinion, Landmark still wins in a way, because if your roof, you could put a EuroShield roof on your house, but you're still going to get hail claims because your siding's going to get beat up by the hail, or your windows or your deck and all these things. So the only thing that really EuroShield's going to do for you is mitigate your hail claims. And but the Landmark helps with hail too, though, because like with the Landmark, it's now a 50-year shingle instead of a standard 30-year. So then, now you get prorated a lot slower when the hail damage comes. So, but I hope that answers your question.
So price wise, because I very seldom need to quote EuroShield jobs. How would EuroShield stack up against Presidential Shake or Presidential TL Landmark or Certainteed line? Because they're both fairly pricey. I'm just curious as to the difference.
Very much the same. I think that Presidential TL might actually even be a little more expensive than the EuroShield line. But that being said, I mean, some people are in it for the look. The Presidential TL looks very nice. So does the EuroShield. But so that's kind of basically beauty's in the eye of the beholder kind of.
So they say.
Yeah,
so
kind of situation. But
right.
Both great. I mean, the TL is very thick. Like, I mean, that stuff will handle hail. It'll get damaged by hail. But even if it's damaged by hail, it's like it's so freaking thick. I don't know, like, I mean, it just might not look that great after a bad hailstorm.
Yeah, the granules would come loose, and you might see some dark patches in those areas. But I remember installing that product. It's about as thick as your thumb, probably. Like, it's really thick material. And then again, we have 2-ply in all areas. So yeah, I wouldn't see any hail or whatever decides to fall out of the sky have any kind of impact, other than an impact on the appearance of the shingle over time. So.
Oh yeah, no, that stuff's tough, super tough. And if it gets damaged, insurance covers it. Which kind of brings me to another point about hail claims is that if you get hail damage on your roof, you should just claim for it, because your rates are going to go up either way. Your whole neighborhood's claiming for hail. It's like your premiums go up no matter what. So your best value is just get a brand new roof. What does suck though is if you had a hail claim, and then 2 years later you get another hail claim. That's no good. So
yeah, well that's Calgary, Alberta. That's our proximity to the Rocky Mountains for you.
Yeah.
And it seems to be it's a dice roll every time, right? Because I think most recently the biggest, it was in the whole Skyview area, the whole northeast area of Calgary.
Yeah.
Considering these
Oh,
clouds had to travel to Calgary, I mean,
last one we got was in the southwest.
oh, maybe I'm less fluent in that.
Yeah, no, that was the crazy thing. We were just getting through the northeast, but not even quite done. The siders weren't finished their jobs yet, and then boom, southwest got nailed pretty hard. Not as hard as the northeast, but yeah, we got hit back-to-back years, and who knows where it's going to hit this year. And unlike maybe some companies, for us, I mean, for me in particular, when I hear a hailstorm comes, I'm not thinking money. I'm thinking this is gonna be a pain in the ass, because like. It's just so hectic, so many phone calls, and then you got to deal with insurance and such like that. Like, we've always had enough work. We don't need hail to keep us going. But
right, we got a couple more comments rolling in here.
Sure.
So we'll start with Murray, because Murray's on fire today.
All right, Murray, let's hear it
with the great questions. So when people get a new roof, do they also get new eaves troughs, and do you have a sub crew for eaves troughs?
Right. So, yeah, Murray, that's the one thing that we do subcontract. And I've been subcontracting the same guy basically since the inception of No Payne. And the way I say it, I mean, if insurance is covering everything, I say do it. If you just got a couple dents on your eaves troughs and they're functional, I say just let them go. And because you can do your eaves troughs at any time. But we have a subcontract crew that takes care of the eaves troughs, soffits, fascia, all that good stuff.
Right. We have another comment.
Yep.
Is the word I was looking for. From Francisca. Again.
Oh, yeah.
Franny. We'll call her. Or I'll call her. Maybe I'm just worried about the pronunciation.
Well, you call her Franny. Her friends call her Frankie. I'm her
Frankie.
friend. So,
yeah. Okay, great. I wouldn't say much of a question, but some insightful comment of sorts. So those hail claims never usually pay my clients the full cost. Then they're scrambling to pay half or even 75%, even so. Is there any resources for them to obtain a payment plan, or are they left on their own?
We have a pretty good financing program. It's called Snap. They're third party. They have a 90% approval rate. They also have nice little promotions that go on. Sometimes you don't got to pay for 6 months. But also the interest rates are pretty low. So I think if your insurance is covered 75%, then you get the 25% finance through Snap. I think you're sitting pretty good.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Oh, hail, man.
Hail, yes.
Hail
or hail no.
Yes, I guess. I mean, as an exterior renovation company, it has its silver linings, of course. But
yeah, no, I mean it's a roofing boom, but I don't know. The way I see it with hail is like when we get hail, we get all these like fly-by-night companies that rush in, and you get these people just pop up almost like lemonade stands all over the place, and then the hail goes away, and then they go away, and rinse and repeat. So I mean it's hard, I think that people, when the hail comes in, they need to be patient the best they can, and hire the quality companies that they know are going to stick around. That would probably be the way to go.
Yeah. Tried and true approach. I mean, companies that have some sort of reputation, at least reputation of being capable, and transparent. As you said, a lot of companies will spring up, and people are very tempted to just go with these companies because of their extremely low rates and whatever else. But there's a lot of baggage that comes along with that.
Oh boy, so. Yeah. I mean, and the slow rates and how fast they can get in there. We had 2 side-by-side houses. They were all going to court with their roofing company. I've seen that a few times. They're taken to court, and court is a lose for everybody. That's what I found. There's no some people have this like this weird fantasy in their mind, like they're gonna come there and they're gonna show this roofer's crappy work, and the judge is gonna look at them in disdain and be like guilty. But no, it's a process, and they expect you to negotiate, and the roofer or client can just drag it on forever. They can be like, oh yeah, I'm sick today. Oh, adjourned for 2 more months, and then I mean, it's better just to go with people that you can negotiate with, and that they're just going to do the job properly to begin with.
I'm happy to say that if I ever need a roof of my own, maintenance or a re-roof for that matter, I can take care of it myself.
Oh, I
or
thought you were
could-
saying you were going to hire No
At
Payne Roofing.
least I could hire No Payne Roofing, which I would most likely do because I've done a few re-roofs on my own and it's no fun.
Oh,
And I mean,
if I was you, I'd do it myself for sure.
but I mean,
Just wear a hat when you do it.
yeah, do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been able to reduce rent where I'm at
Yeah.
now with roofing repairs, which I was able to do that with other
Yeah.
rental properties in the past too.
You know,
Major ice dam issues and stuff too. I'm up on the roof busting ice for an hour, reducing rent. So
well,
it has its perks being a roofer.
Here's the thing. So if you ever do your own roof, you would have to do it through No Payne Roofing if you want that warranty. So you wouldn't be able to go to do a CertainTeed roof and get a 50-year lifetime warranty if you just do it yourself.
I didn't realize until now that was exclusive to, maybe not exclusive only to No Payne, but because of the association with the company then?
Yeah, so you're a master shingler.
Right.
You got the certification, but yeah, it has to be registered through No Payne Roofing if you want to get that
I see.
awesome warranty, which I would definitely assist you with for sure. So, but yeah, that's kind of an interesting way to look at it.
Let's buy a house with no roof and avoid all the problems. you
Oh,
know?
there we go.
There you go. I was thinking,
Just have an umbrella or something.
I mean, it's 2022, man.
Yeah.
Or I'll just wait for Tesla to drop those solar
Yeah.
tiles.
We have plans for that.
Yeah,
We
no,
have
for
plans.
sure.
We're
We'd
gonna
have
be-
to capitalize because
we're
that'll be
handling.
like every rich neighborhood in town is going to have their eyes on those.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I mean, not to mention reducing overall energy costs, right? Things of that nature. So it'll be a hot commodity when it drops.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be hot. That's for sure. You know what? Another thing that we could do with once the solar shingles come out, we're gonna need roof cleaners because they get dusty. So if you're not washing them all the time, you're gonna lose 20% efficiency.
Well,
on
that's
the
when we would start to implement drones, right?
drone washing.
Yeah, well,
Drone
we'd
clean-
have.
yeah.
I mean, we have fire extinguisher drones. Or we
Yeah,
have,
I saw that.
Fire, So I mean, get a drone that can, carry 5 gallons or however much you'd need, and
Just pressure
can you
wash
imagine
it.
that? Yeah, dude, I wouldn't even have to go on the roof.
Man,
That'd be great.
You should have seen this video I saw the other day. I think I shared it onto my Facebook. This guy was doing stunts with the drone,
Mm.
just like total crazy stuff. I think that's gonna be a new sport.
I think
is droning.
I think I might have seen that video where the guy's just zipping through tight hallways and
Yeah,
up and out windows and
down a
going.
tube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I saw that video. That's insane.
Crazy. It's gonna be a sport for sure. We're gonna be racing drones soon.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I've got a couple shares of drone delivery service.
Oh
Some
yeah,
shares
right.
there.
Yeah,
I
what was
think
that?
that's
What was
gonna
that stock?
boom
What was it called?
FLT, I think it was.
FLT,
I think
yeah.
it was. Yeah, it was a drone delivery service corporation.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like Amazon would likely be the first to kind of implement that, but
They'll probably buy them out or something.
yeah, but
That's what I bet.
they're
yeah.
only around. I think they're around 18 cents a share right now. But I mean, who knows?
That's a
that
good
could-
price.
that could be
I
a
saw
big
that
boom.
one. Yeah, no, that's really well priced. It's at the bottom again there. Something I would like to show everybody here is one of our newest prizes here for the mystery word. So it's kind of a high-end brand glass here, and yeah, it's got this little thing here. Opens up, kind of cool. It's a cigar holder, so you can smoke your cigar while you drink your whiskey. I don't know who does that, but I feel like Tony Montana would do something like that.
Yeah, it certainly would.
Yeah, it's got this cool little groove in the side there. I hope that somebody ends up picking it one of these days. It's our newest edition. Our prizes. So
Sorry to say, Frankie, there was no mystery word today. She was saying she needs a hint for the word. I missed some
Oh,
of the
yeah.
podcast today. There's no mystery word because this was an impromptu showcase of Mike Payne himself. We decided to abstain from the mystery word challenge today. But there will be a mystery word challenge during tomorrow's episode with the Honest Electrician.
an
I
honest
believe,
electrician,
is
yeah.
our, the Honest Electrician is responsible for the electricity flowing through this room itself. And it'll be cool for him to come down here and see what it became after
Right.
it was empty and he did all the work. So
Yeah, no, shout out to the honest electrician. We've used him a couple times for our clients' needs, and his name definitely fits the bill. He's an honest guy, does good work.
Kyle Moss, yep, he knows what he's doing.
He the man.
Yep,
He's the
right
man.
on. I think he threw eight outlets down here.
Really?
Pretty sure 8 of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had proposed a different number, but he knows what's up. He knows what needs to be done and what is required. And in the end, I think we got 8 down here. So.
Beauty. No, I'm super impressed with that guy. I'm glad to have him on. He kind of got a bad shake on our last podcast. The audio wasn't working very good, which inspired me to get these Joe Rogan
Shure SM7B.
Yeah, the exact ones that Joe Rogan uses. So look at us,
Yeah.
We follow successful people and we imitate their models because that's how.
But then you got Brody behind the controls trying to like tinker with things during the podcast, man. That's the thing. Sometimes one button affects the other 2 buttons, and then if you click the wrong one, then now you don't have your logo and your number displayed on the screen, which is what happened earlier. And then now I'm in the middle of the podcast and realized, oh man, we don't have our logo up and blah blah blah.
Well, it's a learning process, and that's why right now our podcast is free to anybody who wants to join. Local businesses in particular. But we will be charging soon for these because they cost us about $500 a piece. So yeah, we'll be hopefully.
Someday we could certainly sell airtime. I think that would be reasonable someday for sure.
Oh, I think we're definitely on our way there.
We're still kind of we're still tinkering. We're still kind of fine tuning things.
Yeah.
And I mean, the new setup I have here certainly cleared up some of the issues we had in the past. But honestly, in this room, lighting has been like the hardest part about it because of the space that we have. It's been a difficult thing. But then again, trying to throw this into like an unfinished basement and whatnot has been a bit of a challenge. But
it looks. I think it looks good. On camera and everything.
Of course, yeah. It looks all right, yeah.
If you guys, guys out there listening, have any advice for us, with podcast setup or whatever, we definitely want to hear it. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this podcast up. It's been a slice hanging out with y'all. Again, we got our podcast tomorrow and always Thursday at 3 p.m. So make sure you join us there. Guess the mystery word, make some money, and get some prizes.
Yeah.
And bye for now.